Already previously challenged the Killhouse stealth, no suppressors, reinforced locks, and no moving bodies. It's no suppressors, it's Killhouse, and no suppressors is not gonna be a problem for something that we're gonna show in just a moment. Since, even though it's no suppressors, there are suppressors. That's really all there is to it. There are suppressors, and that's about it. So, in other words, no suppressors is not really gonna be a massive problem, which I'm perfectly fine with. And of course, we'll try and grab ourselves some kind of ammunition. And then afterwards, aside from that, there's reinforced locks, which is just mostly frustrating. And then there's no moving bodies, which is probably the main issue here. But on the other hand, it's not unintimidating and it's not no interrogation, which is always nice since we can move the bodies first, or move the soon-to-be bodies first, and then afterwards, we can still actually interrogate them for, well, the vault keycard and the vault code. But more importantly, the vault code, since we don't really need to interrogate them for a vault keycard, we just have to knock them out, which is far less problematic. But we're just gonna knock you out over here, since I really can't be bothered to move you all that far, which seems to be about the right answer, which it really is, so we'll just stick with that. We'll grab a gun, then we'll just quickly leave it over here, since that's kind of how this works. So after that, presumably we'll have one more guard to actually find, which hopefully won't be all that difficult, but we're going to start by going over here, looping this camera, then going over there and looping all of the cameras over there, which have already been looped. So hopefully, Cyber has cleared the entire area by now, which seems to be the case, so we're just gonna go through here. And all should go well from here on out, which, I mean, aside from the cameras, they should. The cameras are a bit more of a... The cameras are a bit more of a manual process, so if you could just walk away right now, that would be absolutely fantastic. Just saying, I'd appreciate it a lot. Fantastic. We're gonna loop this camera over here. You're gonna stay over there. Then we can go over here. We can loop all of these cameras and then figure out what we're gonna... Really? So that one camera is being watched by one camera, which is therefore being watched by two cameras. So by extension, that camera is now watched by 3 different cameras, which... Things might be slightly problematic though. Because now there's a third guard that's walking towards us, and we have indeed just shot 2 cameras, which means that someone is definitely being lured. And that guard is unfortunately the guard with a vault keycard, which is not great, but I don't think we really had a choice there. So unfortunately, we're a bit stuck in the whole not being able to do anything process right now, which means that unfortunately, we're gonna have to drill the vault, which is gonna take an awful lot of time, but I suppose it'll be alright. So we're gonna grab the vault. We're gonna grab the diamond drill, then we're gonna go through here. Then the answer is very simple. We're just gonna start drilling. I mean, it's not like we exactly have a choice, since for some reason, the detection was not really expected. And since we did in fact shoot 2 cameras, right now would probably be a good time to just almost finish setting up this drill, make sure that camera's looped before finishing setting up this drill, then subsequently, well, staying alive, which isn't really all that difficult, but it is quite frustrating that we've, well, got a vault keycard and we're not able to use it, which is rather shocking, but nonetheless, that's a bit unfortunate. So, we're just gonna go through here, and whilst we wait, we can just show Cyber whatever mess we've got over there, which, to say it's a mess is a bit of an understatement, but nonetheless, we can just go over here, show all of this, then show all of this, which, I mean, we still haven't been caught yet, which is always nice. But the camera operator is still most definitely a threat, and we can still be caught by just, well, luring this camera. Or disabling this camera. Or doing anything other than just purely looping or just luring it, which Then again, purely luring it wouldn't really be all that, well, good. It's not like it's really gonna do anything, but we're gonna go over here, we're gonna loop the last 2 cameras, or hopefully what is the last 2 cameras and not the last 3 cameras. Which hopefully is the case, and it really should be, but now that we're done with all of this, as long as we don't shoot any cameras right now, we should not do all that badly. I mean, we can even grab an... we can grab a keycard first of all. We can even grab an unsuppressed gun. And then we could just start firing it. And it'll go just fine. Provided that Cyber hasn't already taken all of the unsuppressed guns, which I suspect is gonna start being the case, so we're just gonna go through here. Through here. Still not get anything, which is a bit unfortunate, but I'm pretty sure there's one that I've left over here, which is great. Since that's not what we want. We've now got a bit of weapon. Or more accurately, we've now got a lot of weapons. Or, not really weapons per se, but more so just something to shoot things with, which is delightful, but that's not really what we're here for. We're here to actually just grab some loot, which is just really a yellow bag, but nonetheless, it shouldn't take too much longer. And apparently Cyber wants me over there, which is why we're gonna go all the way over here, which... I mean, sure, I'll lockpick this door, since Cyber has dropped their lockpick, and a keycard, but I suppose that's alright. And unbelievably, I think Cyber might be faster. Reinforced locks is amazing, but nonetheless, we can just wait over here, and once this is done, we can just grab the loot, and then afterwards get out of here, which should only take around 5 seconds or so right now, so we're just gonna wait for that, and then afterwards, well, it shouldn't be too complicated, which it isn't. So now we're gonna run through this faster route, while Cyber shoots literally everything on the ground, which I would consider a bit unfortunate, if not something that I would not really... You know what, never mind, that's a daily challenge done in just over 6 minutes and 30 seconds. Cheers everyone, have a great time!